Hey guys, what is up and welcome back for the part 6 of the FJ build series. Today we are tackling a new phone mount. Stay tuned. Okay guys, welcome back to the garage. Forgive me, I'm kind of messy. Just got off of work and this new phone mount showed up. So I went with a Bulletpoint Mounting Solutions phone mount. And the reason I did that was because I had a RAM mount that was down near the center console. And every time I hopped in and out of the truck, it was catching on my pants or catching on my bag. It worked well for a long time, but this mount came out and I just wanted to try something different. So let me flip the phone around and show you what I'm talking about. Okay guys, so this is the phone mount. Again, it was the Bulletpoint Mounting Solutions mount. I saw this on YouTube and it looked like it's going to get after my issue pretty quickly. But before I go too much further on that mount, I just wanted to talk about the FJ. I was coming home from work the other day and the FJ did end up throwing the belt. If you guys remember from the last video, it sounded like it was making a bunch of noise around this new alternator that I had just put in. This is an upgraded 230 amp alternator compared to the regular 100 that comes in the FJ Cruiser. But I think I ended up misrunning the belt around this top idler pulley. And this belt was pretty noisy when I had it on there last time. Couldn't quite figure out why. But yeah, it threw the belt and knocked the lid off the coolant tank. And then coolant exploded underneath the hood. And the FJ was smoking going down the interstate. And we lost power steering because the belt came off. So it was a whole ordeal. It ended up being that I had misran the serpentine belt around this top idler pulley, and that's why the belt was a little bit loose. So once we figured out what the issue was, I threw a new belt on the side of the road, and everything has been pretty solid ever since. So that's just a little quick update for the FJ. And then that phone mount I was talking about, I had it mounted right here. It was a RAM mount, sat in the cup holder, had a weighted bottom, and the phone hung out right there. But when there wasn't a phone in it, my uniform would always catch on it was like one of those X ones that you squeeze. My uniform was always pulling it out of the mount, or my backpack from the gym would catch on it and pull it out. So I kind of just got tired of it and took it out. And now I've been just throwing my phone in one of these two cup holders, and it just hasn't been ideal. So now that new mount will be mounting up here in this unused space. So let me go back to that and we'll talk through that. Okay guys, so here we are back in the garage. This thing looks pretty substantial, has some weight to it, but this is the base. So you run a couple of screws through the dash, which is why some people don't want to do that, some people don't mind doing that. I thought about going with the Bison gear one because you don't have to drill into the dash for the Bison mount one, and it matches the Bison gear stuff that I already have in the trunk. But I just thought that this one looked a little bit better, to be honest with you. And honestly, like, this foam mount is made out of, it seems like aluminum. So this thing seems pretty sturdy. So I'm pretty blown away with that. It comes with a carbon fiber arm, which just looks pretty cool. And then a ton of little mounting hardware. Other than that, it's pretty easy. This is the other end of the RAM ball for these arms right here. So this will end up mounting on this arm or on this surface plate. And then this plate mounts to the base. So pretty straightforward. I don't think that you can super mess this up, other than the fact that you do want to pay attention to the direction that the flag is pointing. Stars are always in the top left because these are also recessed for the bolts to go in there a specific way. I think that's about the only thing you can mess up by mounting it backwards. You can also see that it's not recessed. So that's how you know that's the wrong end facing up. So just make sure you're paying attention to that flag. The flag will tell you the right direction to mount it. So I'm gonna throw this together, get the mounting hardware put on here, kind of decide where I want this arm to be, kind of do a rough fit inside of the truck. And then once we get the rough fit in there, we will mount everything down. So give me a second to get this all put together, and I'll walk you through it in the truck once we get in there. Okay guys, here we are inside of the truck. Here's the base of the mount. If you notice, it has a C shape to it, and you see that these teeth on the front end actually clip into the vents. And then there's a total of 4 holes that you got to drill in the dash to keep it secured to the dash. So between squeezing the vent and those 4 holes you got to drill in the dash, that is how it is held on there. I heard that these things can hold a pretty decent amount of weight. One of my buddies in a Tacoma has the same mount. and he uses it to hold his phone and an iPad. I was kind of skeptical of that because the bolts that hold it in are right here, so they're fairly small bolts, but we'll see. I'll get this put in there, and then we roughly have the like ram ball mounted in there to see if I want to move this around at all. But you see there's 6 bolts that will end up holding that to the top of this mount. So let me get this base plate put in, and then we'll start messing with the fitment of the mounting arm. Okay, and just like that, we have the hardware in, holding the base plate in. I roughly have this ram ball put in there just to kind of see where I want the spacing of my arm. So keep in mind when you guys are doing this, this doesn't just clip in here. You got to unscrew this, and then this opens up so that you can fit the end of this arm in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of get this mounted up and see if that's where I want it. And then I'll be back to you guys once I come up with a final location. Okay, so I got this mount roughly mounted up. I'll play with it a little bit more once I actually get it secured. I still got to tighten up this base plate and then put all of the bolts in the bottom of this plate, because right now it's just kind of roughly fitted. So once I get that figured out and bolted down, I will show you guys the finished product. Okay, we got it all installed. Everything is buttoned down and tight. This mount is not going anywhere. I really like it. I get my cup holder back because I had that ram mount sitting down here previously. Forgive the mess in my truck. I literally just got off of work and this showed up. Quick install though. I've only been out here for about 30 minutes. And you can see you got plenty of room to grow. I've seen off-road navigation tablets and radio mounts on this thing, so there's plenty of different ways you could go with that thing. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do with the rest of it yet. I'm thinking maybe Garmin InReach or something along those lines. And then I'll do my off-road navigation with the new touchscreen that everyone's getting on Amazon. I really like how that looks. I feel like it updates the inside of the FJ quite a bit as well. But overall, guys, if you like this, hit the like and subscribe button. This is the part 6 of the FJ build series, something small. The next thing we got to do, you guys just saw us do the half shaft on the driver's side. We got the passenger side to do. I don't know if I'll make a video of that one because it's just a repeatable process between both sides. But we still have the new pod lights to put in, as well as those struts for the rear windshield. So please like and subscribe, guys, and we will catch you on the part 6. Peace.